So one of the benefits that we talk to people about a lot is time savings. And
Hmm.
it's obvious that Plansight saves a lot of time for agencies that use it to streamline their workflows. What are some other metrics as you're talking to CEOs and agency owners that come up that Plansight can really help impact above and beyond just that time saving?
Okay. Well, yeah, good question. Time savings is key. In fact, just so you know, Adam, though, we have a lot of our clients, especially the enterprise clients, that say even if you can keep the time it takes status quo, they still want some of the other benefits that they gain from
Mhm.
having a platform handling their renewal marketing. So I'll talk a little bit about them. But if I were to pinpoint it down to one single metric that encompasses a lot of different metrics in there, it would be gross margin per client. If we think about the revenue that comes into brokerages out there, their revenue is based on the revenue that they're getting from a client, right? And
Mhm.
so what we've got to do as brokers is increase that gross margin. If you were to measure that right now, what is your gross margin? Is it 50%? Is it 65%? Or is it 90%? And so you got to start thinking about the metrics that are going to increase that margin per client.
Mhm.
And when I start thinking about those, it's yes, time savings to get a renewal marketing event down. If I have less labor dollars going out to get this marketing and plans enforced and then enrolled, then yeah, I'm increasing margins. And there's different technologies that help do that, such as enrollment guide solutions that we don't do. We integrate with them and send data to them. Enrollment applications like Employee Navigator, we integrate and push data to that, but we don't do that side of the business. Those guys do a great job of it. So those are all tools to help time, but things also that Plansight does outside of automation of a lot of the renewal marketing is making it possible to very easily increase your revenue per client.
Mhm.
Well, how do you do that? Either A, get more enrollments of the plans you're already offering, or B, you offer more plans and get enrollments on those plans.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's really challenging if you're not used to offering worksite products, or if you're not used to offering things such as various ancillary products outside of just the standard dental and vision. That can be challenging and daunting for someone to all of a sudden step into. Plansight makes that really easy. Literally, with a click of one or two buttons, all of a sudden you can now add this product type to the comprehensive package. Most of those products are voluntary. And if we look at today's generations of employees, they're looking for supplemental type insurance programs because a lot of them don't want a traditional medical program. So they're not enrolling in it because they don't want to spend the money on it.
Mhm.
But they would take an accident plan because they want to make sure that if something happens, that they're going to be taken care of. But sometimes we don't offer these. And so in PlanSite, it makes it really easy to add on additional products, and it doesn't require any more work from the team to spreadsheet or to create that in a presentation because our system does it automatically. It doesn't require any work to go find the carriers to go get those quotes from because our system has it and they can choose to distribute it out. They'll get quotes back in. They don't have to spreadsheet the quotes. We do that. So all of a sudden, at the end of the day, they've got their traditional package that they normally have, but then they can create very quickly with few clicks this alternate package that offers a more comprehensive benefit structure.
Mhm.
And they're going to get enrollments. They're going to increase their margin, right? Another thing that I think is really important that we do as well, besides efficiency, is our AI, which we'll probably talk a little bit because you were asking me some questions about this earlier, but it's gotten so good. But we don't say AI is really replacing people, but it's the first approach to getting data out of a complex document into a structured format that
Mhm.
you want to present to your clients. And so now it replaces the entry and it's just the review side, which is going to greatly reduce errors and admissions,
Mhm.
right? If I'm doing the 10 king and then I'm doing the reviewing too, and if I don't happen to have another peer review doing the reviewing, I'm going to miss some things.
Mhm.
And by having AI do that first point of entry, you're greatly reducing your errors and admissions risk. All of those combined, again, shows up in this top level metric that I think is most important, which is gross margin per client. You increase that, your EBITDA is going to increase.
Yeah, one thing as you and I actually met with a client last week and we're talking with them, one other thing that she brought up was retention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Retention's
she mentioned, the ability, this 2025, like let's kind of put that in the rearview mirror, knowing like the
the
the out
increases that we saw.
increases. But she talked about how much easier it was. We didn't get into presentations and how the presentations show all of the carriers that you shopped things out to,
Hmm.
talk through all of the work that you did, even though it's clicks of buttons inside of PlanSite. when you get that in front of a client and you say, here's everyone that we went to, here's what they came back with. This is, it still is not great that you got a 20% increase, but here's everyone that we went to. You're still showing your work. That helps them understand, okay, they actually went and looked, and this is the best that we're going to get. And so that helps
Yeah,
with
really
retention
great
as
point
well.
that you're making. Plansight makes it really easy to go to market because as you're building the client presentation, simultaneously, we're building the marketing event.
Mm,
So at any moment, if you feel like, okay, we should go get some competitive bids, it literally is a click of a button. You're not trying to draft an email now and get a bunch of documents and an email to share with the carrier. That's already done. So getting it out to market is super simple so you can get these competitive bids. But the other thing that I think in the retention side, Adam, that it does that she illustrated is we do so much of the work for her that she's able to spend more quality time with the client and talking through what's happening versus spending all her time in Excel spreadsheets and combing through PDFs to get the data into the Excel spreadsheet. She's been able to allocate her time. In fact, she specifically told us that because of Plansight, I've already expanded all of our product offerings across all of my client base that now they're wanting to shift me more to a producer role
yeah.
because I've kind of outworked the system. I've used the system to get everyone up to par on all of our product offerings, and they've all basically accepted and adopted it. And we make that really easy, which so she's increasing your revenue per client, but she's also increasing your retention because anytime you get more products in there, it's making it stickier.